Hi, Dr. Todd Sullivan from Nova Chiropractic and Acupuncture. One common question I get asked when I'm adjusting patients is, what is that popping or clicking noise you hear when you hear the adjustment? So what that is in the joint fluid inside our spine there, you'll get pockets of gas bubbles that will build up there. So when you adjust the joint, you get a release or a cavitation of that pop or click like that. And it's a normal and safe thing for the joint. It's actually very healthy. Once we restore the joint motion, range of motion, that's actually a really good thing for the joint, versus if the joint was not moving properly, that could lead to premature wearing down of the joints. So that old wives' tale of you shouldn't pop your knuckles and stuff is totally not true, because again, we're just restoring joint motion, and the result of that a lot of times is that cavitation that you'll hear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a demonstration of an adjustment for her cervical spine. Now we've already assessed her, we determined where her problems are, and we're going to do an adjustment here to help release some of that tension. And I always tell patients you may hear a pop or a click, and that's normal and safe, and it's just a gas bubble releasing. One thing you want to differentiate with a popping and clicking noise, if you hear a repetitive popping and clicking and you can reproduce it over and over again, a lot of times that is a tendon of a muscle that's popping over part of a bone or part of a tubercle of a bone there. And what that is that's because the muscle is very tight, and that's putting extra pressure and tension on the tendon, and that's what's creating that popping and clicking. When we're doing an adjustment, you should only hear one pop or click. When we do the adjustment, you shouldn't be able to repetitively get that to pop or click like that. To adjust her neck, I'm going to rotate her head a little bit towards me. Good. Just going to feel where we want to adjust. And that's the pop or the click right there. And what that does is once we restore that range of motion, that joint, you got that cavitation or the release of that gas bubble, and that was the pop or the click. And we're going to check this side. Nice and easy. Let your head relax in my direction. Great. And a lot of times, again, you'll do this throughout the spine. You'll hear pops and clicks, and it doesn't hurt. It's just a release of that gas bubble. And often, a lot of times, patients get quite a bit of instant relief when we do the adjustments. And again, we'll do this throughout her mid back and low back. And we'll get those cavitations throughout that. And sometimes we actually don't get a cavitation, and that's okay as well. We're just looking for restore the range of motion. Often that's just another side effect of the adjustment. So if you're dealing with any neck or back complaint, give my office a call at 703-912-7822 or schedule online at novachirewellness.com.